morning, guys. Welcome to Bell's Milfs for sale today. For 5,000 Denny's, I have the smelly Foot Queen Grace.
Hey, I wash them.
What's up, proxies? I'm FOXSOl, and welcome to another video on the channel. Hope you enjoy. How's it going, Proxy, my man? It's been a bit since we put a video together. Anyway, welcome to another topic of conversation. If you're new here on the channel, let me just tell you what this is. This is where I find a topic. I like to discuss it with my thoughts on that topic that I find interesting with all of you. So, what is today's topic of conversation? Well, we're going to be talking about a video that was pushed out on YouTube from a Gacha content creator known as 2Hu's called "It's Time to Take a Stand." A video that expresses a message, if you would, about how the Gacha space itself needs to take a stand from the constant bombardment of underlining narratives and agendas that is given to us by many different sources out there, whether it be content creators, viewers, or even players that have been basically heavily pushing multiple different narratives when it comes to their favorite Gacha games. Now, don't get me wrong while we start this video. This type of content has been pretty much happening for a really long time. It's been happening since well before I entered into space, and in recent times it feels like this narrative approach, you know, when it comes to weaponizing of information and everything, has gotten much more prominent over the last couple of months. Whether it's from posts on Reddit, posts on Twitter, or even videos on YouTube, you can see that the Gacha community itself has been more divided than ever in the last year or so. From the glazing of a game to the hating of a game, and again to the weaponization of information used to hurt others. The Gacha space as a whole has been at odds for some time now, and pretty much when we look at a video that's from like 2Hu's here, who's going over this type of message, I will say that honestly, yeah, I have to agree. Now, when it comes to 2Hu's video, he calls in this video, you know, some key figures, if you would, as rats in the space, which I will say for myself, again, I've only been in the Gacha game space here for a very short time, only a year. I consider myself a youngling, and I'm still learning each and every day more and more and more about these different narratives being pushed. And honestly, from this video, I have to say that I agree with a lot of different takes that was said in this video. How some of these different content creators in this space do appear to be out there trying to push and pin their games against others, and again, taking information to their advantage, weaponizing it, spreading different misinformation, and trying to create an entire narrative or different things that, in all honesty, ultimately will hurt others in the space. This reminds me of where, you know, back in the day with the Hoyo community, where, you know, a lot of people considered, you know, the past Hoyo for Genshin, you know, the Genshin community, the past was a toxic waste pit, a place in the space that would attack others and push others out of the space. And in all honesty, it seemed to feel like, you know, at that time period, everyone was using everyone to get ahead. And if you had to throw someone under the bus to do it, well, you would just do it. And then we had other communities that within the last couple of years have spawned from new games that have been released. And with this new competition that has come out, these communities have been basically casting stones back at one another. And in the end, their only justification to it is basically saying, hey, they threw the first stone, not me. Now, I'll say it like this. I think that we have really gone through these topics really already from the last couple of videos that I've posted on the channel that talks about the toxic positivity, that talks about the weaponization of information. So looking over someone's video like 2Hu's video here, where he's presenting it to me a solid message that derives from what we've already spoke about, just he's doing a different approach about it, where he's saying that we need to fight back this misinformation, this constant broadcasting of narratives delivered by these communities, such as, well, can I just say, like, such as what's happening right now with the Weaponizing community, which I will say to me was once a humble and striving and pure community of great content creators, great people, that over time became the very thing that it fought against. Originally, it did not want to be Genshin in terms of the community, but over time, with toxic positivity and everything else, the community pretty much has came to a spot where people, in all honesty, don't want to speak about different things, whether it's issues within the community, whether it's issues in the game, because they fear pretty much that they're going to be labeled something more or less that they're not. They're going to be bombarded with different commentary from different parts of this group that's going to label them as such things as like woo haters, when it's not the truth, because they actually do enjoy the game. It's just that they want to speak about the problems that they see. These people have pretty much gotten to the point to where they're scared, quote unquote, of being canceled or so. So rather than speaking up, they stay quiet to avoid the mess altogether, which is something that I think that we can all understand. Now, when you look at something like 2Hu's video, where he puts it into context that gacha players, viewers, content creators that do not believe in this narrative, he's incentivizing for pretty much you, me, and everyone else that we need to take a stand and we need to fight this misrepresentation with proper representation. While the message in this video is clear, and I do believe it's a pure honest thought, the video does have a few issues to where it does come off at some points more hostile than helpful. And at the same point in time, there is, well, some controversy that surrounds the content creator 2Hu, where he has made a couple of different past mistakes, and from these mistakes, in short, that he's done was with another content creator known as Tectone. His reputation is something that to a lot of people in the community is tarnished and seemingly unrepairable. Now, for someone like myself, as another content creator that tries not to be biased, I'm a person that tries to overlook the person themselves and look at the message that they're trying to provide. While again, I will say 2Hu's reputation, from things that I've seen, from what different things from different people have explained to me, the reputation is with several different communities has fallen quite short. However, I do in fact believe that his message throughout the entire video is true call to action that many do want to see happen. There's just a lot of people out there that disregards it because they cannot, for whatever reason, in the light of day here, seem to overlook just, you know, these mistakes between a person with another person. To which I would say that, you know, while I'm not fully familiarized with everything about 2Hu's past, I am a person that will say that this Thursday night, I will be joining him in a call to go over different things. I want to go over the things that surrounding his thoughts, the message that he wants to provide, and honestly look to help find some common ground to work with him, just to see maybe if there could be a future where we could drive a force that would hopefully change a pace within these communities to better help. I personally do believe that it is a shame that a lot of people is pretty much going to disregard the message of this video because they're more looking at the person because of his history with another content creator rather than looking at the message from a different way. I do feel that there's a lot of weaponization at the same time from several different communities that keeps casting stones at people like 2Hu just for him being a human being. Because in the end, I like to believe that we are all people who have different takes to what we want to see. And in all these communities, I think the common goal that we all have is that we want to see the betterment of our games. Whether you're a person that plays Genshin, whether you're a person that plays Honkai Star Rail, whether you play Wuthering Waves or ZZZ, we as a community should be looking to find a medium within our own communities and with the other communities that surround us that allows us to communicate with others without acts of toxicity. So I just want to say that there is sometimes that we need to learn to forgive others for past transgressions. We need to learn that we need to give people and ideals basically a second chance. I know mostly like in 2Hu's video, nothing may come from it, but I do believe that anyone from a viewer to a content creator that wants to try, this is a good time to try. At least at this point, if we stand together, we work together, maybe there's some good that can happen from this. So, not trying to keep this video too long. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for a little bit. What I'm going to say for myself here is that whether you're a viewer, whether you're a content creator, whether you're just a normal player, I personally, from this video, will say I am open, I am free, and I would love to talk to anyone. I know I'm a little bit of a yap master, okay? I like to trail along with my talks, but I want to see if we can find, whether you are in the Weather Waves community, Genshin community, Honkai Star Rail community, ZZ community, or even a different Gacha game community altogether, I would like to see if we can not find a way to see things eye to eye and find a place to start. So all I'm going to say is, why not give this one chance? And let's see what we can come out with this. All right? Okay, so I'll leave it with that. You guys have a great night or a great day whenever you watch this video. And like always, keep it classy, keep it jazzy, always keep it real, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.